Hello everyone, this is Vi. We're checking out Untitled Sneaking Game with Dice. This is a game I've not played before. I don't know anything about it. We're going to give it a playtest and see if we can give some useful feedback. I've got the game page open here. It says, an idea I've been meaning to try out. Act smart with your rolls, but be careful you don't get too brave and put yourself in a bad spot. Use oil balloons and a grappling hook to get you out of trouble or to help set up the perfect heist. Some sounds are placeholders. Excuse me, so I haven't seen this before. This is the first time I've been exposed to it at all, but it sounds like something combining stealth and some like RNG dice rolling, I assume. So I've not seen anything past the screen. This is the first thing you see when you launch the game. It looks like we got some mouse look, a little bit of input latency on that from the VSync. Hopefully there's not any like quick gaming and shooting and stuff. I don't... Escape key... Okay, escape just closes the game. So usually you expect to see like a pause menu, that kind of thing on escape. But given that this is an early prototype, it's understandable that this stuff hasn't been implemented yet. Looks like in the top left we've got some controls up there. Oh, controls briefly. So I mentioned C for crouch. Unfortunately, I'm going to relaunch the game again, I guess, because I didn't have enough time to actually read what was up there, which is kind of silly. C is crouch, X is tiptoe, Q and E is lean. Okay, so none of those buttons work at the moment, which is kind of silly. Looks like the bottom right we have one in F for some different things. One I assume is the oil balloons that were mentioned, and F looks like a toilet plunger with a rope attached to it. All right, so yeah, naturally it would make more sense to make those controls a little bit more accessible in the game here, as far as allowing the player to learn them, and also give that information to the player when it's kind of more applicable, because I can't do it at the moment. I guess the game wants me to press the tab key, which I did. Now I got a dice roll, and then it says skip. Can I move now? Okay, so I guess that's the number of... It's a number at the top, so I assume that's tied to like how far I can move. So it looks like I'm rolling dice to determine my movement. Excuse me, a little funny how one of the dice is not sitting entirely flat, which is kind of interesting.
Hold on.
Okay, I like I like the sound of the feed. It sounds like really exaggerated, like the guy's making like really exaggerated steps, which kind of fits. It you can see it's tied to the number of like movement spaces you have. Really like how kind of slappy that sounds. Like it's really over the top.
Hold on.
You!
Okay, yeah, very interesting style here. Yeah, that was strange. So I don't know. I guess I should. Okay, their turn. So that guy's moving. He's like. Okay. All right. Some cartoony sound effects there. All right, there's my leaning. It doesn't look like it's actually gonna be useful. Maybe it is if I smush myself right up against the corner, but it looks like it just kind of pivots the camera more than it actually like leans out. So you may want to consider making that kind of shift to the side a little more or something. X, I think, or C is crouch, X. See, I already forget what the controls are. But I think I want to try out the... Alright, I guess I have to hit tab first. Let's go to 11, and then if I press F, here's this. Then it looks like it changed to left and right mouse buttons, but it doesn't say like which button does what. Okay, that was right mouse button. That apparently takes some turns. Okay, so left mouse button makes you do the like a grapply kind of thing, but the other one just shoots this. I don't know if that is that supposed to be something you can shoot at somebody or something. And then one, again, left and right mouse buttons. That was left. And then, oh, I have to press one again. That was right mouse button. So there's some bubbles. I don't know why there appeared to be bubbles coming out of the one that I threw over there. As far as I can tell, I don't see a difference between the left and right mouse button for these. That's interesting. I wonder, okay, I hit escape kind of reflexively, but I wanted to restart the game anyways. But yeah, I would suggest you want to have more people playing this in a future release, change the escape key to something kind of right off, because for me at least, I guess this is a door of some kind. For me at least, I just hit that kind of reflexively, just because like every single game uses that for pause menu or whatever. So it would be kind of unfortunate if somebody just like slapped that when they were at some point in the game and they just lose all their progress. Yeah, so I'm not exactly sure how the oil balloons work or anything. And yeah, I guess we'll actually try to do something that sounds like he can hear me. If I only have one, can I still do this, even though it takes... I'm pretty sure this takes more than one move, right? I like the little visual effect. That's quite nice. It's a little hard to tell when it's far away, though, because you have this little reticle anyways. Like, I can tell that, presumably if I shoot it here, it won't reach, I guess, but might be nice if it's a little more obvious. Maybe just change the color of the little ghost thing or something. It stands out against the actual reticle thing.
Hold on. It's been one of those days.
Okay. Jumping and sprinting are so loud. So presumably I can't actually go through this door. And they have 9 things. So I'm clicking the mouse buttons, it's not doing anything. Is it because it has to be against a wall like this with a little icon? I guess it just won't let you shoot it at all if it's not within range or whatever. And if it's not going into a wall. I thought maybe I could shoot a guy with one of these. I don't know what the... Maybe it's just for distracting dudes. Surprised I can't reach that far wall here. Oop.
Hold on.
That was the wrong... I meant to click the other one. Alright, so it's also hard for me to remember like which mouse button is which thing. Apparently it's the right mouse button to shoot it without the grapple element there.
It's been one of those days.
Okay. Tab again. I'm also wondering, like, is it really necessary to press tab every time if you just can't do anything until you roll? I don't know if... This apparently takes some amount of turns to crouch here. I don't remember what X even does. Maybe that was sprint or something. Looks like in the bottom left we have a little icon. It looks like a leg, but it's kind of off the screen a bit. I don't know. I'm just gonna go over here. I don't know if there's like a light system. There's little shadows. That guy sees me. Oh, I got 13. Can I like... That brought me pretty far without using many turns, so seems effective at getting away from dudes. But I don't have any more of them now, so that's also a problem. I wonder, do I move slower when I'm crouching, or does it use the same amount of turns? Like, my actual physical move speed doesn't necessarily matter because it's only the number going down that matters, right? Oh, that does. Okay, so for whatever reason, standing up again doesn't take a turn, but crouching down does. Oh, what the hell? Okay, so, alright, so interesting side effect of the sort of turn-based element is that I could presumably do something like this and then like move back away and the guy wouldn't actually see me. Which is interesting, although I don't have enough turns to like do anything, so.
One of those.
Oil will obscure windows, interesting. Okay. So yeah, so another thing that stood out to me in that last encounter there is like I had no way of knowing that that guy was on the other side of that pillar. Just kind of interesting. I think with most stealth games, you don't usually like walk around a corner and just like run face first into somebody without having any idea that they were there. Most stealth games give you more information than that, you know, even if it's as simple as just like hearing them walking or something, which in this game doesn't really apply the same because it's this sort of turn-based setup where they're not actually moving at the same time you're moving. So you can't just sit there and listen to them walking around and have an idea where they are because they're not actually moving during your turn. So that's kind of out of the window. So, you know, there might be some other things, you know, like the Metal Gear Solid might have a little radar that shows the little view cones of the enemies and stuff. I think pretty much every stealth game makes some effort to provide additional information to the player as to like the actual positions of the guards or whatever, like more so than other games do. So I feel like that's something that's maybe missing a bit here, where the only way you really know if the guard is there is if you actually look directly at them. So they don't really make any other noise or anything. Aside from if they can make sounds as if they noticed you or something during your turn, I guess. Which also makes me question, because I said earlier about like being able to walk out in front of that one guard but then like hide again and assume that he wouldn't have seen me because of the turn-based nature of it, but I'm not sure if that's actually true or not, because sometimes during my own turn the other guys would like react to something, so that brings up a bit of, I guess, ambiguity or something, if nothing else, uncertainty about the mechanics. I'm not sure how that works exactly, so that would be something that would be good to know and to communicate to the player.
Hold on. You.
So yeah, they apparently can react to you during your turn. So the last time when I just ran face first into the guard and he just kind of didn't react at all, which I guess is what led to that misconception. I don't know if maybe that was because the guard was already alerted to me or something, so he didn't have that kind of reaction. But if that's the case, maybe you'd want to like add in a reaction of some sort, even in that case, like if you move into their view. Just give some kind of feedback to the player so the player has a better idea of like what is actually happening and doesn't get confused in the way that I did about that. I think there's a guy right here. I don't really know like what I think this might be one of those metal surfaces that are...
Hold on.
Okay. You can stand on plungers. Okay. So, yeah, so apparently the metal surfaces are really loud is what I was told, and like it's not obvious to me which surfaces are metal. So that would be a nice thing to Try to get across to the player, I think. Okay, he's right there. I don't know, like, this is kind of shadowy. And like I said before, I'm not really sure if there's a light system. You can kind of guess that there might be. There's shadows. And it is a stealth game, but yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I can just use this to zip in front of the guard.
You.
I don't really know. Okay. Here's what's gonna happen. That did nothing. Oh, you can you can run into them on your own turn. That's interesting. So yeah, my intention was to restart anyways, so that I could try something different. Guess I'm gonna crouch, and I don't know what crouching does. That would be. Is he coming over here? Because he heard me, maybe? I think he turned around. So I don't know what crouching does. It would be nice to, you know, tell the player what actually is being accomplished by crouching. That would be nice. I believe we moved over there. I don't feel like I move slower. Like it seems like you move a little slower, but the amount of turns goes down slower. So like I'm not actually losing anything by crouching, I guess. I don't know. Could I have looked around during their turn? I don't know why I just assumed that I was stuck here waiting. Try that next time, I guess. I can't really see much. That's one kind of downside about the fact that where am I even trying to go here? Actually, I don't know what... Do I have an objective? I didn't even think about that before. But yeah, one kind of downside to the fact that the crouching takes turns is the fact that I can't just like peek out over this without using a turn, just to see kind of where I am, and that feels a bit unfortunate. Like, it seems kind of a high price to pay just to get a bearing on like where I am in the world. But yeah, I think this just goes back down the other side here if I go over here. So I don't know why I went up here. I don't know if there's somewhere else for me to go. Maybe I can go around here. I actually feel like I get this feeling as if, oh my gosh, okay. I get this feeling as if I can actually move further while I'm crouching than I can while standing, which doesn't make any sense. I don't think throwing oil into this guy's face is actually going to do something. Oh, I got 17. I wonder why 11 popped up on the right there for a moment. Maybe because one of the dice wasn't finished rolling or something. It's kind of weird. I don't think this will do anything, but alright, yeah, the guards don't react to this kind of stuff, at least not currently. Can I jump? I'm supposed to be able to jump, right? Oh, frick. That was a pathetic jump. Oh, come on! Alright, oh gosh. Alright. I spun around too fast here. The, between the input latency and the sensitivity being a little too high, when I tried to turn the mouse, it went a little, like, 30 degrees too far, and I just fell back onto the staircase while I was trying to walk. That's really unfortunate. Yeah, so I would buff the jump a little bit. That's kind of sad. Okay. So yeah, just in general, it's hard to keep track of where the guards are at any point in time. Oh, it's to steal the golden mug and get out. Okay, that's helpful. All right, the Q and E. Oh, there's a tiptoe on X. Okay.
Hold on.
Yeah, it seems like you can move further while you're crouching. That's silly. I'm not sure if that's the case, but it feels that way. Now, can I actually Like, am I concealed from this guy? Because I can't see him, but can he see me? Yeah, I can move this around while they're doing their thing. 6? I'm just gonna skip. I don't know what I'm gonna do with 6. He's gonna come back here. So maybe I assume he's like right. Whoa! Hello. I can't see him. I'm gonna skip again, so hopefully he will turn around. Now that guy's over here. Wonder what happens if I just keep skipping for like a long time, if there's any kind of downside to doing that.
Hold on.
Uh-oh, well, that would be a downside. I don't know what their paths are supposed to be. So that's another thing you see in stealth games, is that generally the enemies have you know, their patrol routes, I guess. And a lot of times what you end up doing is just kind of, you creep up to a corner where you can see them or something, and then you just sit there and wait and watch as they take their little patrol routes, and then you can kind of gather the information, like, okay, this guy goes back and forth here, that guy goes around here, whatever. So you like figure out how they're gonna move, and then you can plan your actions. Where in this design of this game, it doesn't appear that you can readily do that. At least it seems like it's a lot harder to. Yeah, I'm not sure if that actually does move you further, but...
Hold on.
Okay. Yeah, so as far as like actually getting further in this, I guess I'm just gonna try what I did before. I guess staying crouched is probably the best thing to do, just stay crouched all the time. But can you tiptoe while crouched? No, I guess you can't tiptoe while crouched, so that's a downside. Alright. So you can hear some guys moving around, but again, I don't get a lot of information about where they're going to be. There's a lot of big walls here that block your view. I think there's a guy over here somewhere. Alright, he's going around the side there. I don't know what's back there around the sides where I was going to try to go before. Is maybe over here where these sparkly particles are. Maybe that's the golden goblet. Which kind of makes sense. I mean, I've been getting the sense that like actually taking these pathways isn't actually going to lead anywhere, and it seems very symmetrical, which kind of suggests that this is just kind of an enclosed room. So it would make sense if this is just a small room for the sake of the prototype here. But I've seen a guy around this area before. I don't know if it was just this person or if there's someone else over here. Oh, alright, so this is metal, I believe. That's why it's so loud. And that guy made a bit of a sound there. The thing is, I think that this thing can get me like really far really fast. Alright, so presumably this is the golden goblet.
One of those days.
That guy definitely sees me. Alright, so we get a little icon here. I can't do anything until I hit tab here to get the moves. Alright, got the goblet. That didn't take any turns, it would seem. I have one more of these. In terms of how to use it though, to get away from the guards. I can't just shoot across the whole level, as we can clearly see. I could try and get up here, but then it's like, am I gonna some kind of really roundabout way? I'd like to go like speed run back to the door or something, but
Hold on.
alright, that was pretty loud, I guess, but I don't know. Do the guards have the ability to see which direction you moved? Yeah, it's kind of weird that they definitely have some kind of perception during your turn, but it's not clear like just how much of it, how much perception they have of Like, do they understand from watching me zip up there that I'm up here now, or do they just not know where I am? And I can't. Oh, well, he came directly up here, so maybe he just, for all I know, maybe he just paths directly towards me. Like, maybe he doesn't even rely on line of sight or anything. But just like inherently in the code just knows where I am and just walks towards me. I don't know. That's kind of how it felt. Like I don't really have any other information about how this works. Like, does he just go directly towards me regardless of if I'm hidden or whatever? Because obviously, like, if you alert a guard, you want to kind of escape and then like escape their perception, right? But I don't really know how that works in this game. So he just kind of came directly towards me, even though I thought I was being kind of tricky by zipping up here and then running and crouching up here, and he just came straight at me. So at this point, I don't know. The oil balloons, the only thing I've been told about the oil balloons is that they obscure windows. I don't know that there's any other function to them or not. But this seems like the quickest path away from that guy currently. Oh no. No, I gotta crouch again, I think. Just wasteful, but that guy's right there. I think he's gonna just go back over here. I don't think the guards, like, communicate to each other. Like, usually in stealth games, if one guy gets spooked, then, like, the other guys kind of take notice and they all kind of go on alert and that kind of thing.
It's been one of those days.
That doesn't sound good. Because he saw this thing? Oh. Wait a minute. Whoa, what the heck? What the heck? That was weird and creepy. So I forgot that they apparently, when you shoot the things, the plunger things, that I guess it draws their attention. So I don't know, maybe that guy that ran up there, maybe he was just going after the plunger instead of actually going after me. I don't really know. It's all kind of awkward. Trying to make sense of the guard behavior right now. 7, really? Wait a minute. No, it's kind of low resolution, the dice in the bottom right, but it kind of looks to me like there's a 5 and a 2, which would be 7, and then there's a 4 that isn't quite tipping over onto the side there, which is kind of BS because that means I'm not getting my action points or whatever we want to call them, because of the dice physics being janky, which is unfortunate. But yeah, that guy's right there. I guess I have no choice but to just use the 7 I have. I feel like I want to do something to like shake the dice mat or something to make that fall, but I don't have that kind of functionality here. As far as I know, what do I do? Oh, I only have one more step. I don't think there's anything I can do. The oil balloons don't seem to be useful. I don't think guards can like slip in it or anything. Unfortunately, that would be nice. Oh wow, that did not go where I thought it would.
You.
Oh, they can slip. Okay, that's nice. But yeah, it's kind of sad that like where I clicked is just nowhere near where the actual balloon landed. But this is a really bad situation, clearly. And I do technically have 3 more balloons and only 2 guards, so it might actually be possible if I do this kind of nonsense. So I have to aim like a lot higher. Oh my gosh. I guess the fact that I'm crouched is... I don't know if it's hitting this wall, but I'm hoping that they're going to run into these if I stay here in my little cocoon of oil slicks. Nice, okay. Oh no!
You.
Okay, it made another sound effect. So that only works for like one turn, I guess. I got 16 movement points though. Um, Run away. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna make it. Okay. Alright, yeah, so I managed to kind of fudge it. It's kind of funny that you can just sort of surround yourself with oil slicks and the dudes all slip and you get away. But it doesn't seem extremely broken because you only have so many of them, and I guess they only work for one turn. Although when the guy got up again, he didn't have any more movement. It appeared to like actually get me. So I guess you could argue it works for 2 turns or something. I don't know. But it did seem pretty strong, especially with the number of guards and the fact that I was kind of screwed. But nonetheless, yeah. So this is really interesting. It's a very interesting idea. I haven't played anything like this before, but it does seem like there's a lot of considerations in like how it sort of fundamentally changes the stealth gameplay. And like I said, I think the biggest thing is just overall the information you're getting from the opponents, the guards or whatever you want to call them, and their placement and stuff. And also, I think you could tell like I was pretty confused about like how they were actually going to behave in a variety of situations, which is something I wonder if you could figure out ways to give better feedback. And I think obviously there would be, you know, with this being kind of an early prototype, there would be a lot more development in terms of changing their actual AI behavior and decision making and stuff too. So it's not like we should assume that their current behavior is how they'll always behave. Yeah, I was definitely kind of confused at certain parts where like if they were just going to path directly towards me or if they were just going towards the plunger thing. And it's, you know, all these different elements. I guess it's, you know, AI is hard in general, but yeah, hopefully that was useful to you. I enjoyed it, although it feels pretty janky. Very cool concept, and hopefully you found the video useful, and I'll see you in the next one. If I can get, oh crap, the game is stealing my mouse. All right, I'm gonna close the game and then I can stop this video.